guys, welcome back to the Glory Hunter. We continue on today with a semi-final in the Cup, and hopefully we can put one hand on the Bundesliga title today as well. We start with FC Cologne away, and then it's third placed Freiburg. However, not in the league. The semi-final of the DFB-Pokal against Freiburg, where should we win, we'll have a final against Wolfsburg or Frankfurt, which hopefully would be winnable, but the Freiburg game is not going to be easy. And then other side of that, I think it's Hoffenheim, isn't it? Yeah, Hoffenheim away on the Friday after the Cup game on the Tuesday. So busy fixture list. Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. But the path for a treble lays before us. Win all 3 games today. We're in a cup final again for the second season in a row. And we're very close to a Bundesliga title. Then 3 games tomorrow. Leipzig, Leverkusen, Leipzig. And equally, we could be in another cup final as we were last season and have 1.5 hands on the Bundesliga trophy. And then it would be Wolfsburg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, fingers crossed, a cup final against the winner of the other semi-final in the DFB-Pokal. And then a Champions League final after that when we batter Leipzig, right? Okay, good. Right, the path lays before us. All that we have to do is walk it. I'd rather run, if you don't mind. So let's go sprinting headfirst into FC Cologne. A 4-2-3-1 for Cologne, although it's almost like a 6-0-3-1 because the 2 CDMs are very deep. They're Alemdar in goal, then Rasmus Carstensen at right back, Kylian Soyuncu and Frabotta. Matazo and Milanes sat very deep, as we mentioned. Zanimakia, Flips, and yes, that's Dele Alli at cam for FC Cologne. And Danny Loader up top for them. They've got some options on the bench, but they're pretty similar in rating to their starting lineup. You notice that I've rotated a little bit with Brandt and Burkhardt, Fernandez, Mukiele, Cash and Gabriel. Keeping in mind that semi-final in the Cup this upcoming midweek. But at the weekend, we want to get 3 points in the league again. The title is in our hands. If we win all of our remaining games, which we 100% have the capability to do, because we don't have, at the risk of jinxing myself, any real massively difficult opponents left in the Bundesliga, we should hopefully, rather typical real-life Bayern fashion, walk the rest of the season in the Bundesliga, and then we can get a move next season. Oh, such a heavy touch from Enzo Fernandez. Get a move next season to a different club and go for a league title elsewhere as well. We won Serie A. We're not far away from potentially winning the Bundesliga too. Corner for Cologne. Zanimakia to deliver it into the middle. It's not bad delivery either. Burkhardt's actually the man underneath it. Now, Enzo Fernandez sprinting about. Heavily rumoured to be leaving Benfica in real life, Enzo Fernandez, after a decent World Cup campaign. He's here at Dortmund in this save. It looks likely that he might be coming to the Premier League, actually. Bellini spins well to get that to Matty Cash. Now, if I can find the right pass to Burkhardt, which I can't, we could have been in. He's got some pace, though. Oh, and he's nailed there, and the referee didn't even blink an eye. Brandt. Burkhardt. Oh, surely then from here. Jonathan! Are you alright, pal? How's he missed the target from there, then? You tell me. He's in. They're in. Time to put the defensive shell up. Try and hope they don't get through. Oh, Gabriel. Struggling here in that little spell. Nice little bit of pressure here for Cologne, but they can't make it pay and get the goal. Kylian with a flick around the corner. Soyuncu with a knockback. Still, it's Milanes, and Kubel making the save again to keep the home team out. Come on, lads. Let's get it away, please, if we can. Oh, Matazzo just keeps coming back. I wouldn't let me change to bloody Burkhardt. Zanamaki up blocks. There we go. I've got Burkhardt now. Oh, that's not where that was supposed to go. I was supposed to go directly to Brandt initially, but never mind. We got away with it. Burkhardt to Albert. Past the first one. And looking for Julian. Oh, it's a nice turn, but I couldn't find the ball back to Albert before the defender closed me down. An indifferent first half here. Not had much of the ball. Not had many chances. But have absolutely had the best chance of the game. And now have a goal. With just seconds to spare in the first half. Bellini buries that in the bottom corner. But the keeper did get a very good hand to it. Or it might have been a toe, actually. Little dink from Burkhardt. Down on the chest, volleyed. And I think it might have been a toe, actually, of the keeper. We're going to see it from behind the goal. See it from behind the shot, in fact. Down into the ground. And no, he didn't actually get anything on it. Must have just been the way that it was struck and the way it was bouncing. It looked like the keeper had gotten something on that. But his 8th goal of the season, Bellini, finally gives us the lead here at the Rhein-Energie-Stadion. And it was literally the last kick of the half. Albert, Brandt, Burkhardt, and Robertson. Brandt again, little back heel. Ooh, supposed to go to Albert. Oh, he's in. Enzo Fernandez doesn't score many, but that might be the biggest goal of his career to this point. Gives us the 2nd goal advantage now against FC Cologne. And with just 4 games left in the Bundesliga after this one, we are so close to a 2nd league title in our career, in a 2nd country. Enzo Fernandez buries it with 25 minutes to go. It's 2-0. Gabriel, driven to Andy Robertson. Albert, Robertson's there again for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a good cross. Burkhardt doesn't quite meet it cleanly enough. 20 to go. Changes being made. Just more fringe players coming on for more first-team players so that we can be as fresh and as strong and as prepared for the game against Freiburg in the Cup semi-final as we possibly can be. Salier's channel, get this out to Gio Reyna here. Adiemi's on that far side. Who will find? And back into Brandt. That's beautiful football. Gorgeous goal for our 3rd. 3 goals, 3 points, and maybe our 3rd trophy. Final whistle sounds. Operation Win the League is well underway. Not long to go at all now. Just 4 games remaining domestically in the league competition. Freiburg drew 2-2 with Bayern. That's probably them both now definitively out of the title race, with them taking points off one another. The gap down to Freiburg is now 8 points with 4 to go. Leipzig are yet to play. They have Union Berlin away. Tell me Union Berlin did something, please. No, they didn't. They lost by 3 goals to 2, so they still only a point in it with 4 games to go. Now then, time to play 3rd in the table, but in the cup. Freiburg line up with their strong back line as they always do. Luis Maximiano in goal. Malagusto, Joloi, Zuma and Arteaga as the 4. Rabiot and Soumare holding. Mitoma, the Brighton guy. Schade on the right. Lefebvre's 83 rated, sat behind Avila. They normally would have Marcus Thuram up top, but he is injured. So, I hope their firepower up top is significantly weakened. I'm, thanks to a little bit of rotation in the team, at full strength. And fingers crossed, it'll be back-to-back Pokal finals for us. Wolfsburg or Frankfurt await the winner of this tie. And I hope it's Wolfsburg or Frankfurt await us. What a save! Oh, thought I'd read it with Andy Robertson. Side netting only from Avila. Not far wide at all. It's well worked by Freiburg. They're at home, evidently, in this semi-final at the Europa Park Stadion. It's not a neutral ground for this semi-final. It is their home arena, so familiar territory for them. Soumare, it's loose from him. Loose from Freiburg, and Bellini could get played in behind. Cunha's ball is great. Bellini's touch is even better. Oh, Maximiano either gets lucky or has just been very good in tending his goal. Oh, it's a nice interception by Sula again. Wirtz. Is Albert going to make me a run? He is. Albert will strike this early and try and catch the keeper off guard. Just like that. 1-0. Dortmund lead. Here's Rabiot for Freiburg into Lefebvre. Little fancy flick. Love that. Rabiot with the effort. Saved by Kubel. 5 minutes to go in this first half of this semi-final. Oh, Paqueta gets destroyed there and has stayed down hurt, actually, Paqueta. Is he going to be able to get back up and carry on? Am I going to have to take him off? He's able to carry on for now, I think. Oh, I can't see him down here. No, there he is. Look. He's arriving. And still willing to put his body on the line, it seems, despite being hurt. Nice header by Sula. Wirtz. Oh, a nice challenge by Soumare. And now Wirtz is down. Oh, it's a war of attrition, this. He's going to have to come off as well, Florian Wirtz. We're going to be missing our joint highest rated player for a little while, I think. That might be the last we see of him in a Dortmund shirt this season. Well and truly flattened by the man in the middle. I think actually it was a fair challenge. We'd have to have another look at it. Bring Andy... No, Gio Reyna's decent in cam. I think it was a fair challenge. I think he won the ball. Don't know if we'll actually get to see it here, will we? Yeah. He won the ball. Oh, he seemed land with quite a crunch. I don't know what it is that he's hurt. But he definitely was hurt there, wasn't he? Less than 20 to go. And we've lost one of our best players. Potentially for the rest of the season. Space to run into with Albert. So run into it we will. Andy Robertson. Little whip. Oh, arriving! I can't find this second. Bellini was right there. Nice. Did I hit a hand? I was going to say nice touch. Bellini arriving at just the right time to maybe slot home a second goal and put us into the final. We are not there yet. Still 6 minutes or so, but McKennie has Gio Reyna and Bellini with him here. And that's not who I was hoping I'd find with that pass, if I'm honest. Ooh, but that isn't who they were hoping they'd find with that pass, if they're honest too. Bellini in behind, could have gone down. Crosses into the middle, away. Battling hard, I don't know who the handball was. It's probably me, I would imagine. Was it? Yeah, looks like it. No, them. Well then, Bellini to seal it for Borussia Dortmund to send us to the final of the Pokal of the Wall. A little bit of an anticlimax this, isn't it? We've kept it in play as well. 1 minute added on, and the final whistle goes. Yeah, was a bit of an anticlimax really. Not that we care. Back-to-back Pokal finals. We're through. Took a bit of work though, didn't it? Freiburg very good in that game, although they didn't have a single shot in that second half, and that says just how solid we were, or shows just how solid we were. Now then, how long are both of those injured players out for? I fear Wirtz might be out for quite a while. You just knew it. Florian Wirtz, ACL injury, 7 months. Paqueta for 5 days, but we will no longer be using Florian Wirtz in this save. Unless I sign him somewhere else for Christ knows how much money, I will no longer be using Florian Wirtz in the GloryHunter. Paqueta. Maybe... No, Paqueta's not going to be fit for the next game against Hoffenheim either. So we're going to have to take Paqueta out. And ENZO FERNANDEZ will come in and start. Oh, dearie me, we're running low on the ground now. 2 injuries, but to be fair, Paqueta will be back for the game against Leipzig in the Champions League semi-final at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. But for now, with the gap at a single point with 4 to go, it's Hoffenheim away. Right, away from home at the Prezero Stadium here in Hoffenheim. We come up against the 5-3-2, although, again, with Al-Mazrati sat holding, it's very defensive for Hoffenheim. Makes them difficult to play against. Jindrik Stanek in goal for them. Scally and Soki, Rossi and Castro, both regens at centre-back for them, with Carlos Neva on the left. Then Masrati sat at the same sort of position on the pitch as the two full-backs. Mikhail Shaparenko and Sebastian Szymanski in the midfield, with Kolomouani and, of course, the Ronaldo regen, Roldao Ramos, up top. It's going to be tough without Florian Wirtz, but Julian Brandt has been fantastic for us when we've needed him. And boy, do we need him now. Fernandez in for the injured Paqueta as well. Reina, Adeyemi, and Gabriel also in for other tired players ahead of the, of course, first leg against Leipzig in the Champions League at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. We're going to want everybody available that we possibly can have available at full fitness for that game. Rather important, the Champions League semi-final, isn't it? But this is no different at the minute. This is just as important a game with the Bundesliga title on the line. Reina, Brandt, little back heel. Panacer to Enzo Fernandez. Here's Gio Reyna again. Brandt, bursting. Adeyemi rides the challenge out wide. Here is Andy Robertson. I see Brandt at the back post. That's who I'll look for. It's who will nearly find as he cuts inside. Enzo, Reyna, early shot. Good save by Stanek. Lots of defenders around. Needed to be taken early. Right, let's try that old whipper here again. That worked nicely last time and nearly led to a goal. We've had the chance, but that one not even remotely close to on target from Gabriel. Ramos, Al-Mazrati, Szymanski holding off Weston McKennie really nicely. Kolomouani forced backwards by pressing football. Al-Mazrati's forward from CDM, which means now that we've gotten it back, we might be able to get in behind him. It's a strong challenge by Kolomouani, though. Enzo Fernandez puts one in as well. Won the ball as far as I could tell, and the referee straight across there, no card. Oh, you do panic sometimes. Floated in. Julian's underneath this and does very well in clearing it. Still it comes, though. Oh, it's nice. It's a good save again. Stop it, please. Slotterbeck. McKennie. You can see, every time we play against Hoffenheim, we have the same problem, don't we, with that? 5-back just stands there, and Al-Mazrati just marshals the space in front of it. It's so tough to break down. If we were going to drop points in any game between now and the end of the season, it's probably going to be this one, isn't it? Let's be honest. And missing two of our best players as well, particularly Florian Wirtz, and that has been the guy to unlock defences time and time again for us in this save. Yet lucky there that falls back to Brandt. Adeyemi is back to his feet now, but all of those blue and white shirts are back. Adeyemi, Albert just drifted offside. Knock that back. Quick 1-2. Ah, I hate playing against Hoffenheim. Szymanski forward into Kolomouani, picked off by Gabriel. It was Hoffenheim we played in the final of the Deutsche Pokal last season, and it was Hoffenheim that beat us in the final of the Deutsche Pokal last season. They cost us the trophy last year. They might cost us a trophy this year because it's 1-0 Hoffenheim, and look at the time. The Bundesliga might go to Leipzig if we fail to win all of our games, because Leipzig don't look like slowing down. Who have they got today? Are they playing today? No sign of any other results. It's 1-0 to Hoffenheim here, and we are up against it now. This is the test. This is when we find out whether we are or are not worthy of winning the league title this year at Borussia Dortmund. Ramos. Shaparenko. I wouldn't say I'm panicking, but I am certainly rushing some of my play, because I am nervous playing against Hoffenheim. I'll look for Adeyemi here. He is in, and there's the ball back. And here is Enzo Fernandez. Well, we said the second goal against Cologne might have been the biggest goal of Enzo Fernandez's career. I take that back. That one is even more important. The equaliser against Hoffenheim. We are a point clear of Leipzig prior to kickoff. And we might only be a point behind if Leipzig win and we draw. But we're back in it now. And with time to find a winner, either side could still take all three. Szymanski intercepted really well by Gabriel. Brandt to Adeyemi. Looks to play the reverse ball on his left out to Gio Reyna. She's done well. And Fernandez. And Adeyemi. Oh, it's a poor ball looking for Albert. It's really poor. Shaparenko given away. Benacer. Albert. Albert again around the outside. Albert in the middle. Just needs to find a teammate here. Enzo Fernandez! I take it back again! That is the biggest goal of his entire career. Enzo Fernandez coming up trumps with Lucas Paqueta out injured. A brace for the Argentine in place of the Brazilian that may well keep the title fight in our favour. He didn't have a massive angle to turn that home either. Squeezed it between the two and past the keeper. 57-72. We lead by 2-1. Interception by Gabriel. Now it's game management time. Worked so hard to get ourselves in front in this game. We can't afford to now throw it away. Gio Reyna. Well, they were too busy about oh God, start that again, shall I? Too busy worrying about tracking Julian Brandt. And I was too busy worrying about what I was saying to score the goal. Gio Reyna's effort saved by the keeper. Weston McKennie's header goes in anyway. Yes! Tor for BVB. That's the result. It's not the title, but it's the result. We'll get to that loose ball as well, and we'll just make sure. Shouldn't be too much longer added on at the end of the game. There does seem to only be a minute added on a lot of the time in the Bundesliga. By 3-1, we get the win away from home. Like I say, I don't think there's even any other games being played this particular match day. It's just ourselves. So we don't know what the situation is elsewhere in the table because we were playing on the Friday. But as we approach the game against Leipzig on the Saturday, Paqueta is back, but I think Enzo Fernandez is probably going to keep that first team spot, don't you? Although Benacer is suspended for the first leg against Leipzig, which might sway our decision with a starting lineup. And in the Bundesliga, Leipzig don't let up. They win as well. Who did they have? Leipzig 3-1 against Stuttgart. We can't afford to slip up, can we? We needed to turn that result around, otherwise we'd have been second with 3 games to go. Tomorrow, leg 1 against Leipzig. Then it's Bayer Leverkusen, and then it's leg 2 against Leipzig before Wolfsburg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, and the DFB-Pokal final against Frankfurt. Join me tomorrow to find out if we make it to another final. I'll see you then.